A jQuery mobile page is nothing more than a simple HTML page with some additional attributes on existing tags. jQuery Mobile uses that information to make the page behave like a native application. So let's take a look at how we can create a document with multiple pages and have them animate as if they belong to a native device application. So jQuery Mobile does this by using HTML5's ability to store bits of information in a special attribute called data. It works like any other HTML attribute except that you can create your own versions. Information in a data attribute will be invisible to users and won't by default affect your layout. jQuery Mobile uses the data attributes in many ways, and one way is to build pages. So let's go ahead and create a new page by creating a new div here. We'll give it an ID of home because this is going to be our home page. And we'll add the data role attribute of page. Now, as soon as I type that in, notice that my preview goes blank. That's because technically we've created a new page. Right now, that page doesn't have any content. So everything after that page is not within the home page. And by default, the first div data role page that we created is going to be our home page. So if we want this text to show up, we'll need to put it within this div right here. And you can see that it appeared in our preview over there. So I'm going to create a paragraph tag for that. So this is now our first page. If we wanted to create a separate page, I'm just going to copy the code for the first page. And I'll modify this page so this becomes the blog. Same data role page attribute. And I'll type in something else here. Now notice that this is not even showing up, again, because jQuery Mobile makes the first div with a data role page the first page or the home page. And so any other page has to be linked to. We'll do that by adding an anchor tag here. And we're going to add a link to the other page by putting in the pound sign and then the ID of the other page. So pound blog. And we'll close that out and put in just the name blog right here. So that creates a link. You can see it right there. And if I click on it, it fades out to our second page. Notice that that is an actual fade transition from the first page to the second page. So now we need a link to our first page. So I'll just copy this link. I'll place it right here and change this to home. Make the anchor tag go back home. And I'll click on this to go back. And now we have some navigation in between pages. This is really cool because it's already handling the fading in between the pages for you. We can make it a little more exciting by adding another attribute to our tags. And this will be the data transition attribute. And we can add a number of different transitions. So I'm going to add a flip transition to this. So when I go back home, I'll go back to the home. Notice that it becomes a flip transition, which is pretty cool. There's actually quite a number of transitions that you can add. So I'm going to copy this tag. I'm going to copy that attribute and I'll make this one a transition of pop. So I'll save that, come over here. This pops up the new page and the blog page transitions by flipping over to our home page. So you can already see some of the power that jQuery Mobile gives you. By adding a few data attributes to our existing tags, we've been able to create pages as well as add animation in between those pages. And we didn't have to use any CSS, any JavaScript, or jQuery. If you want to find out what transitions are available, you can check out the jQuery documentation at this address and take a look at all the available transitions on this page. You can click on these little buttons to see the transitions at work.